The radar lit up tonight with showers and thunderstorms. Our first warning weather team is tracking where these storms are headed, and we can expect them to move out.
2 people jump off a boat leading to a search in Lake County. Tonight, we have learned 1 body has been recovered, what investigators say happened. Plus,
in Ocala, the principal of a school is accused of beating up a student, and it is on videotape. I'm Michelle Meredith with WESH 2 News. The story coming up.
Local, live, late-breaking. WESH 2 News on CW18 starts now.
Tonight, showers and storms continue to impact communities across Central Florida. This is a live look outside right now in Ocala.
First warning, Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi has been tracking these storms all day and all evening. Tony, can we expect the showers and storms to continue overnight tonight?
Yeah, I think we can. Here's what's going on. Some good news, though, with this first cluster of storms, Michelle. It is weakening, but there is still a lot of lightning here along the west coast that we're going to have to watch. Then there's a big break, and then out here, look at this big line of storms through New Orleans, southern Louisiana, on into Mississippi. This is round after round after round of storms that are going to be coming on through, at least through Wednesday. The area that we're watching, though, right now is this big cluster of lightning strikes here along the west coast. The rest of this stuff is a big shield of rain, nothing severe there. But if there's going to be any issues, it's with this cluster, so we'll have to see how it behaves once it comes ashore, heads into southern Marion and on into Sumter County. Big shield of rain. This is great news, non-severe. Through much of Flagler County, Volusia County, and northern sections there of Lake County. Now, a lot of lightning here. We're watching near Pine Ridge, Inverness to your west. You're probably seeing the flashes of lightning. So we'll watch this. This is the one ball game tonight that has the potential to produce some strong gusty winds. Nice pocket of instability now over towards northern Brevard. Spotty showers here in the metro areas. Port St. John, 1 or 2 lightning strikes, a couple quick shots of thunder and lightning there, but again, non-severe, and the turnpike right now does indeed look good. Big shield of rain, more on the way. I'll talk more about that, and I'm going to time out those overnight and afternoon showers and storms for you guys straight ahead.
All right, thank you, Tony. Meanwhile, the severe weather that rolled through Central Florida this afternoon left behind a bit of damage. Chopper 2 flew over Ocoee, and as you can see, some homes suffered roof damage as well as damage to fences. So far, there are no reports of any injuries.
You can get alerts and updates on the changing weather conditions across Central Florida. Download the free WESH 2 News app on your phone and make sure you turn on weather alerts.
New tonight, Lake County crews have found the body of a swimmer who went missing in Lake Mineola today.
Local agencies say a 64-year-old man died after he jumped off of a boat in Claremont. WESH News Tonight, Gabriel is live for us in Lake County tonight.
Well, crews found the body a little before 7 o'clock tonight. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission confirmed the recovery after it was joined by the Lake County Sheriff's Office as well as Claremont Police in this hours-long search. Now, we also saw some people in tears in this area during that search, appearing to be family members or friends of this swimmer who was found dead. And just a heartbreaking situation that the FWC says it will continue to investigate. Live in Lake County, Sneha Rodriguez, WESH 2 News.
Happening right now, Tavares police are looking for a mother and her 3 children. Take a look at the pictures on your screen. Morella Pagan was reported traveling with her kids, and the Department of Children and Families has an order to take them into custody. Pagan is driving a red Nissan Versa Note with the Florida license plate CG30YW. If you have any information, call Tavares Police or the Department of Children and Families. The principal of a private school in Ocala is now behind bars, accused of choking and hitting a student in the face with a computer charger, twisting his ankle and sitting on top of him.
Dante Prophet has been fired from his job, and as WESH News' Michelle Meredith explains, he was apparently unaware it was all being captured on surveillance camera. Prophet is also facing the charge of false imprisonment of a child under the age of 13.
A man convicted 13 times is back in jail tonight after agents with the Florida Department of Law Enforcement stopped a significant illegal drug operation. During search warrants, Cocoa police found approximately 2.5 pounds of crack cocaine with a street value of nearly $100,000, several large bags of marijuana, and more than $3,000 in cash and 2 firearms. Terrence Britt is facing numerous charges, including trafficking cocaine. A second suspect, Philip Sally, was also arrested. Over in Seminole County, the 16-year-old accused in a shooting that injured 10 people at a Sanford bar is expected to be tried as an adult.
WESH News' Dave McDaniel looks at that possibility as the teen is currently facing charges in juvenile court, which includes attempted murder. There is now a $20,000 reward being offered for information about the boater who hit and killed a 15-year-old girl near Biscayne Bay. Ella Adler was water skiing to celebrate a friend's birthday when the crash happened Saturday. Loved ones say the boater did not appear to swerve or slow down and simply kept going.
Happening now, no swimming is allowed at Kelly Park. Officials say the Rock Spring swimming area is closed because of alligator activity. The rest of the park is still open for non-water related activities.
New at 10, Castleberry leaders are unanimously signing off on some tweaks to the city's noise ordinance. The changes include updated definitions on types of noises, list exemptions like construction and emergency vehicle sirens, and adds noise control as a city code violation, the penalty for which is a $100 fine per day. Lack of affordable housing has city leaders in Kissimmee getting creative. At today's commission meeting, Commissioner Angela Eady brought up the idea of allowing residents to turn their two-car garages into studio apartments. The units would then be rented to families in need. Officials with the city say homeowners could get money for the renovations. The units would then become part of the city's housing assistance program. The idea is still in its preliminary stages. This would have to be voted on and approved by commissioners before moving forward.
Some Orlando voters can now vote in the race to replace their city commissioner.
Regina Hill is accused of stealing thousands of dollars from an elderly woman. Here's a list of the candidates running for her seat. They include a former state representative, well-known activist, and a former Miss America. Hill was suspended last month after her arrest, but if she is exonerated or the charges get dropped, she could take her seat back. Right now, her trial is set for July. In the meantime, early voting in this special election will run now through Sunday. You can vote at the Supervisor of Elections office from 8 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. Those hours will be different on the weekend. Election Day is next Tuesday, May 21st. And to check more on the weekend early voting hours, go to our website, WESH.com. You can also find your polling location if you plan to wait until next Tuesday to vote. He is getting a second chance after a major heart attack.
He's a local artist whose work has been entered into competitions across the country.
My first year, I was a finalist for 12 all over the nation. You hope to win 1 in your first year, and I won 8.
Still ahead, we're sitting down with him to talk about his contribution to the upcoming Pulse Tribute in Osceola County.
Plus, Orlando homeowners will be paying more stormwater fees. How much more and when the increase will go into effect? Next.
It's Big May on CW18.
Let's do this.
Get ready for laughs, and even bigger laughs. CW18 Happy Hours, part of Big May. Weeknights starting at 5, only on CW18.
Sounds like a big night. Orlando homeowners will soon have to pay more money for their stormwater utility fees starting next year.
Despite hearing several objections from several people, the City Commission approved the hike this evening in a vote of 5-1. Costly repairs and population growth are some reasons Public Works proposed the hike. The rate has not changed since 2008. By 2028, the owner of a typical single-family home will pay more than double their current fee. The fee is capped at 2,500 square feet, which means a property larger than that will pay the same price. People argued the hike is not fair, but city commissioners said they didn't have much of a choice.
We are the people put you where you are. We say no. We don't want it.
We got to make a decision today. If you don't like the decision, vote against it, but realize that you're voting for debt.
City leaders say they will conduct a 6-month study. After the first year, they'll come back to the table so they can work on sorting out the caps and the discounts. Meanwhile, over in Deltona, leaders there are also discussing stormwater control fees. A water main break this morning in Deltona was yet another reminder that upgrades are needed. Deltona Commissioner Dana McCool says the city has decades-old infrastructure, and raising the stormwater fee $42 a year will improve the drainage, which will help with local flooding.
You have to remember that we have experienced historical flooding, rainfall, storms, and that brings to mind, or that brings to closer to the conscious, what we have to take care of when we take care of our city.
No vote was held today. Tonight's meeting was meant to be a conversation about the fees and the possible changes. It will go into an official vote in a city council meeting. Some of the top weather experts in the country are at the Governor's Hurricane Conference this week to discuss storm planning, response, and recovery. One of the special parts of this conference is that it's geared to Florida because we all live here, work here, and in one way, shape, or form serve the residents. We caught up with the Red Cross to discuss how working as one makes recovery faster.
All of us companies, organizations, nonprofits, we're all collaborating together to make sure that we can work together and how we can work together to have a safe and effective hurricane season this year.
Tomorrow, more officials from the Hurricane Center will be in attendance to teach workshops about the weather set up for this upcoming season.
All right, and we are getting closer and closer to hurricane season, but right now we're dealing with our own weather system.
We are, so over the next couple of days, it's going to be like rapid fire. Every 6 to 12 hours, a line of showers and storms will come on in. The one that's overhead right now, thankfully, is weakening. There's one little area along the west coast that we'll have to watch, and I'll take you there here in a second. Let me take you back up towards Ocala. It's been raining there, and it's still coming down, so we'll watch that. Over towards Daytona Beach, rain coming in as well. So here's the easiest way to describe the enhanced satellite. Tonight's storms are here. Tomorrow's storms are right here. Then go one step farther. You can see this line of storms for the most part is weakening, except for this one little batch of instability west of Sumter County. And then there's another significant line of showers and storms that is racing through Louisiana. That line is actually strengthening, and that one will likely come in mid to late morning tomorrow. And I'll show you futurecast in a second. So nice shield of rain here, non-severe. This one has been pulsing on up south and west of the villages, pushing closer and closer to Sumter County, so we'll have to watch that. Again, a nice moderate shield of rain over towards Ocala, the Ocala Forest. But look at all the lightning here with that cluster of storms. That from Hernando will then head towards Rutland, Lake Panasoffkee, and then over towards the villages. We'll continue to track that right through WESH 2 News at 11. The other thing that we're noticing with it, there is a little bit of a hail core tonight with that cluster of storms coming ashore, and you can see a little bit of wind here near Sugar Mill Woods. We'll watch the trends on the radar with that as well. Light showers falling apart en route to Disney. Little cluster of some more moderate showers. No lightning here. Port St. John back towards Titusville, US 1. Although actually it does look like there's a little bit of lightning now with that one, looking at that latest radar scan. And then a few showers approaching southern Polk County, so we'll keep tabs on that. Rain, look at the big shield now up to the north, half an inch to almost 2 inches in a few locations. And then off to the south, this might be a little bit of hail contamination, but there was some good rain there. So lines of storms coming across, but weakening here through the midnight hour and then pushing off towards the east. A good amount of our neighborhoods up in our northern communities will get a good dose of rain. So get a little break once that comes on through, and then here we go, 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. The next round of showers and storms will begin to head on in. So tonight we'll watch out for some hail and some damaging winds with the one storm approaching Sumter County. Model trends tonight appear to want to weaken it. We'll have to wait and see if that's indeed the case. Tomorrow, upper 80s, low 90s, several rounds of showers and storms to come through. 8, 9, 10 o'clock, that one line approaches and weakens once again. But we're not done. Another line of showers and storms moves on through as we get deeper into Tuesday, and then as we work our way overnight Tuesday on into Wednesday, another line of showers and storms will continue to work on it. That should be the last hurrah as that upper low continues to pull away. So an active weather pattern now, both Tuesday and Wednesday. As you can see, the heaviest rains will be on the western side of the peninsula with lighter amounts back towards the east. So the severe weather risk tomorrow from Orlando on north, and then Wednesday with that front overhead, we're still in the level 1 out of 5. Temperatures tomorrow now, upper 80s north, lower 90s off towards the south, putting it all together. Again, active weather both Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday and Friday, mostly cloudy skies, and then periods of sun. Turning hot, 93 to 95. Storms do return once again as we get you on into Saturday and Sunday.
What does a morning with WESH 2 News Sunrise look like? It's waking up with the news you need to stay informed.
What's new from overnight?
And the information you can trust.
It's an accurate start to your day from Kelly and class.
I'll tell you exactly what to expect outside.
It's a sense of direction from Megan Mackey.
I'll put you on the best route for your morning commute.
From breaking news
to what's happening around town.
This is what your next morning looks like with WESH 2 News Sunrise. Local, live, late breaking.
New at 10, there is a new warning from the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security ahead of Pride Month.
Both agencies are warning that foreign terrorist organizations may target events during Pride Month this June. Foreign terrorist efforts have previously promoted anti-LGBT rhetoric and targeted related events or venues for attacks. The alert notes that violent threats could come online, in person, via mail. May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and we are hearing from the artist behind the Pulse tribute that's going up in Osceola County.
As WESH News' Megan Milano tells us, he's also the creator behind many of the pieces in Lake Nona and the artwork currently being installed on the side of Advent Health Winter Park along I-4. Jeffrey says that many of the Pulse victims called Osceola County home. The design of the tribute will be revealed on June 12th. That's the date of the shooting, 8 years later.
Travel and Leisure is officially relocating its headquarters to downtown Orlando. The company claims this will bring over 100 new jobs downtown. It's not far of a move for Travel and Leisure, which has been based in the tourist district since 2018. Soon it will be based on Church Street. There is no exact date on when the move will happen. Voters this year will get to decide whether to legalize recreational marijuana.
But it could have a big impact on law enforcement if it is.
Although it may be legal, just like alcohol is, you still have to follow the laws of the road and not drive while under the influence.
Next at 10:30, Orange County Sheriff John Mina talks to WESH 2 about the challenges his deputies may face if it becomes legal.
Local, live, late-breaking. WESH 2 News on CW18 starts now.
If you head outside, you will notice it is busy out there. Our first warning weather team is keeping a close watch on the radar tonight.
Yep, let's get over to Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi. Tony, there's a lot of green happening on our live radar. Where are we looking right now behind you?
That's Daytona Beach, where there's a lot of rain coming down. You can kind of see it looks hazy. That's the actual rain up towards Daytona Beach at 73 degrees there. Still in the upper 70s back in Brevard County. Big cluster of storms here. It's weakening, but there's one little complex just west of Sumter County we're going to have to watch. Then there's a break, and then there's going to be another round of storms that will march our way as we get towards the mid to late morning hours tomorrow. There's that big line of storms. There's New Orleans, northern Gulf of Mexico, and then overhead here, you can see the majority of the storms now lifting on out, except for the tail end of this little feature here. A lot of lightning and cluster of wind and even a little bit of a hail core tonight just west of Sumter County. There's the big shield of rain now pushing through Daytona Beach, New Smyrna Beach, back into Altoona, Paisley, over towards Bellevue, Lynn. Just to the outskirts there of Sumter County. A little nasty thunderstorm here tonight. This is continuing to work to the east at about 30 miles an hour. And when you see a lot of lightning like that, you have to watch the storm. And on top of that, we do have a little bit of a hail core. It is showing signs of weakening. We'll watch the trends. And there's a big burst of wind in there as well near Sugar Mill Woods. Just a couple minutes ago, it was 48 miles an hour, so maybe just beginning to show signs of weakening. Metro areas quiet. Back towards Titusville, Port St. John. A little heavy downpour there with some lightning about ready to move offshore. And then through the Turnpike, things are fairly quiet. A few more showers will approach in a little bit of time here. I'll break that down with Futurecast coming up with the next couple minutes, guys.
All right, Tony, thank you. We are also following several other top stories for you tonight.
The severe weather that rolled through central Florida this afternoon left behind some damage. Take a look at your screen. Chopper 2 flew over Ocoee, and as you can see, some homes sustained roof damage as well as damage to fences. So far, there are no reports of any injuries.
Crews have recovered the body of a man who went missing on Lake Mineola this afternoon. Lake County officials told us a 64-year-old and another person jumped off a boat. Only one of them resurfaced.
And a disturbing story out of Marion County, where an elementary school principal is accused of attacking a student and holding them against their will. 33-year-old Dante Profit was the principal at Destiny Leadership Academy in Ocala. The school fired him. The sheriff's office says surveillance video shows him putting the student in a chokehold, hitting them with a charging cable, and slapping him in the face, also twisting the boy's ankle. Deputies say he held the child in the room against his will for more than 40 minutes. Profit is charged with aggravated child abuse and false imprisonment of a child under 13. He is being held in the Marion County Jail on no bond. This November, recreational marijuana.
The biggest change will be for law enforcement, who will have the job of making sure deputies, officers, and troopers know the law and properly enforce it. WESH News' Greg Fox explains exactly what Amendment 3 says about personal use of cannabis. Even as voters decide on Amendment 3, the Biden administration is moving towards reclassifying marijuana down from a Scheduled 1 drug like LSD and heroin to a Scheduled 3 drug like steroids.
Tonight, Tampa police are looking for the people responsible for a shooting that killed 2 people and left another hurt this Mother's Day morning. It happened in the parking lot of a popular upscale area called Soho near clubs and restaurants. Police identified the victims as 28-year-old Kenneth Washington and 23-year-old Kevon Christmas. Another person was shot in the leg.
Brevard deputies say a Kilcoy man called himself the donation bomber and threatening letters left at 2 churches on Mother's Day. Timothy Edward Stamont appeared in front of a judge today for the first time on 4 charges. Written threat to kill and disturbing the peace at a religious ceremony. Those charges, deputies say, stem from 2 packages left at 2 different Cocoa churches on Sunday morning, which mentioned a bomb. The bomb squad determined the packages did not contain explosives.
There were all sorts of notes inside the packages, almost what I would call a manifesto, if you will, of him hating on everybody. And when I say he hated on everybody, I mean he was mainly targeting what he was calling wokeism. He was angry over taxes, over grifters, over the Ukraine situation.
Investigators say 63-year-old Stamont confessed to writing and delivering the packages when questioned. He is due back in court June 11th.
For most, church is a place of peace and safety, but in recent days, frightening accounts of close calls between congregations and armed suspects have been making headlines. Laura Aguirre tells us about the latest case in Louisiana.
Construction is coming along quickly at Universal's new Epic Universe theme park.
Still ahead, the new images WESH 2 obtained today and why some believe construction could wrap up earlier than expected. Plus,
they have one for Mama Odie and some of the other characters, and they look spectacular.
Disney's Tiana's Bayou Adventure now has an official opening date. The new things visitors will experience when they step on the ride.
Big May on CW18.
Oh, what are we ready for? Let's bounce. Welcome to the club. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I think this is the place.
The CW18 Late Night Comedy Club, part of Big May, tonight at 11, only on CW18. CW18 Happy Hours, part of Big May, weeknights starting at 5.
The wait is almost over for Disney fans. In a little more than a month, guests will be able to ride down the bayou on Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Walt Disney World announced the reimagined ride opens June 28th, and as WESH 2's Christina Watkins tells us, theme park experts say it's going to be a familiar experience. And some people will not have to wait until June 28th. Disney says it plans to share details soon about preview opportunities for pass holders, cast members, and eligible Disney Vacation Club members. WESH 2 will also get a preview in just a few weeks.
Almost every month, Chopper 2 spots something new at the 700-acre construction site of Universal's new theme park. Today, Chopper 2 captured new video of crews testing rides at one of the 5 worlds coming to Epic Universe, which will open next summer. This spinning coaster will be in Dark Universe, an area devoted to horror and Universal's classic monsters. We first saw that ride in action back in March. Theme park experts like Matt Roseboom from Attractions Magazine say Universal is known to move quickly on construction, but he says watching this come to life is one for the books because of the massive space they are working to fill.
Right, it's putting in all the utilities, the restrooms, all the piping, all the electrical. It's a major thing.
Crews are also moving quickly on the 3 new hotels in and around Epic. Universal Stella Nova Resort is set to open January 21st, and the Terra Luna Resort will open February 25th.
All right, it's been a busy day in the weather department here. Tony, you're keeping an eye specifically on Sumter County right now. What are we seeing there?
So there's a lot of lighting, as you can see in that diagram right there. The number of strikes has gone from 400 down to 295 in the last half hour. So hopefully this is a sign that this one's weakening. And the hail core, too, has gone down. Let me show you a different perspective, Michelle. Wide shot there, showing a little bit of rain. Moving out of Volusia County, really the only game in town tonight is that little cluster of storms there coming into northern Sumter County. So we'll continue, as we always do, to watch these storms vigilantly and just kind of keep tabs on them for everybody. Up to the north, Altoona, back towards DeLand, DeLeon Springs, over towards Daytona Beach, Stetson University. Some light rain showers here. Forest City, Orlando, you're quiet now. But if this one holds together, we may get another round of showers and storms moving on in. So we're going to watch Wildwood, Rutland here, back towards Tavares and Yalaha here as we go through the next half hour as this energy is going to translate eastward. You saw a hail core there earlier. It is now weakening, so that is a sign that the storm overall is beginning to pulse back down, which is some good news. However, still some decent wind within this cluster of storms, still in that 25, 35, close to 40-mile-an-hour range. Elsewhere, things are pretty quiet here in Orlando. A batch of showers right along the beach line. Another batch of rain getting ready to pull away from the Kennedy Space Center. There are a few lightning strikes over that way, and there were a few showers down to the south. These are, again, falling apart. So we take that cluster of showers and storms and notice the trend. It kind of fades on out between about 11:30 and 12:30 this evening. A lot of clouds overnight tonight. Then, as we showed you at the top of the show, we're watching that cluster of storms over towards Louisiana. That's probably going to bring us another round of some damaging winds and potentially some hail reports come tomorrow afternoon. Out the door tomorrow morning, look at Ocala, 71. Up towards Sanford, 73. Claremont coming in at about 73 degrees. Numerous afternoon showers and thunderstorms up towards Daytona Beach. Highs here running 85 to near the 90-degree mark. Not the best of beach days, although the water temperatures have come up a little bit here in recent days. Let's take a look at Futurecast. Out the door in the morning, quiet on the eastern side. Kellyanne will be watching these storms rolling in off of the Gulf of Mexico early to mid-morning there tomorrow. First round moves on through. It then begins to weaken. We charge up the environment again from noon to 5. Another round of showers and storms will move on through. And then very late Tuesday night on into Wednesday morning, yet another round of showers and thunderstorms could be arriving very early Wednesday morning with a bigger shield of rain. And that's what we'll be watching here as we go through the next 24 to 48 hours. Rainfall totals here through about 5 o'clock on Wednesday. Heavier west, lighter off towards the east. That's the way the models are depicting it right now. And as just mentioned here, we'll have to watch the chance for a marginal severe storm category 1 out of 5 tomorrow and a category 1 out of 5 on Wednesday. The biggest concerns both those days will be the potential for some strong damaging winds. 80s up north, low 80s down to the south. We take a look now at the attractions tomorrow. Again, periodic showers and storms. Keep an eye on that WESH 2 weather app in your pocket. And then we get you into Wednesday night on into Thursday. Things become quieter as that front will push on towards the south. So putting it all together there, bumpy Tuesday and Wednesday, a little better Thursday and Friday. Front lifts back to the north over the weekend with more scattered showers and storms.
The Florida Derby returns to Orlando this week as the Lions get set to host Inter Miami.
Okay, the last time around in March, it was all Herons, but this time the Lions are coming in with a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, thankfully, City coming off of its first win since April 13th. Miami, though, the winners of 5 straight. Just ahead, we'll have a look at how the Lions are preparing for the challenge. Plus, more on the latest in a string of big re-signings for the Buccaneers.
Now, WESH 2 Sports on CW18. Sponsored by attorney Dan Newland.
Welcome to Derby Week. I'm Kristen Lago. After snapping a 3-game winless streak, Orlando City now has its sights set on the hottest team in the MLS, Inter Miami. While it is a rivalry, head coach Oscar Pareja using the same strategy as always to prepare. We'll take on Auburn on Friday. FSU, meantime, in the same regional, will take on Chattanooga. So it should be fun if we see FSU and UCF again.
I like in-state rivalries.
It's kind of fun, right?
I don't care. Let's make it happen. Tony.
Make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's take a look at that bus stop forecast. Muggy and mild afternoon showers and storms yet again. It's going to be another active afternoon, and I think the first round comes in late morning, and then several more rounds as we get you through Tuesday and Wednesday before we get a little reprieve there. By Thursday and Friday.
So drop off and pick up could be soaking. Thank you, Tony. You can wake up with WESH. Sunrise starts at 4:30 a.m. with overnight news, first morning weather, and of course your traffic.
We're staying on top of any big stories tonight. Flip over to WESH 2 for local live late breaking news at 11.
This is big.
No, this is bigger than big.
It's not May the 5th, and it's not May the 3rd.
What is happening?
It's Big May on CW18.
Get it?
That's what's happening.
Let's do this.
What's up, my nerd dizzle? That's hilarious.
Get ready for laughs, and even bigger laughs. CW18 Happy Hours, part of Big May. Weeknights starting at 5, only on CW18.